Welcome to the Speaking of Writers podcast. I'm Steve Richards. Today's guest is author Sergio Villanueva, whose debut book, Never One Without the Other, is a deeply personal and heartfelt story inspired by love, healing, and self-discovery. Originally created as a gift for his girlfriend, the book explores both of their lives before they found each other. Through symbolic characters, the black deer and the white rose, Sergio tells the story of overcoming pain, recognizing true love, and finding someone who changes your understanding of life itself. The book grew from a personal expression of affection into something his girlfriend encouraged him to share with the world. And it may be the beginning of a larger series centered around these memorable characters. I'm delighted to have him with us today. Sergio Villanueva, welcome to the Speaking of Writers podcast.
Thank you for having me.
It's great to have you here. So let's start at the beginning. What inspired you to create Never One Without the Other as a gift for your girlfriend?
Okay, so when we first met, she told me she likes reading, and uh something I like to do is I like to go above and beyond for someone that I like. So first thing I thought was a book. And overnight, and one night I thought of a few characters, a meaning, and then like what she meant to me. So I just did it all in one night.
When she suggested publishing the book, what was your initial reaction?
My initial reaction was that it wasn't long enough to be something to be read for other people, but then I said, you know what? You never know. Take a step and you'll see what is in front of you.
The story draws heavily from your real life experiences. Was it difficult to be so open and vulnerable on the page?
It was, especially for my girlfriend, since right now she doesn't like it. She doesn't like having her name out there or like anything about her on social media. And I respect that. And so that's why I didn't mention her name anywhere, or will I be mentioning it forward. I'll be calling her here um White Rose, just for now until she wants to open up more. But for me, yeah, it was a big step for me to her as well because there wasn't much she knew about me.
You describe yourself as being blind to love before meeting her. What
Yeah.
changed that perspective?
Well, it's the way she treated me and the way no one else did. Uh, at first I just I see what other people see and I didn't click with that. But then she showed me something else. So without her, I would have stayed following blind.
How did the symbolism, it's very symbolic, the black deer and the white rose, how did that come about?
It's the white. Okay, so we already said about like our past. The white rose treated poorly. That was her, and what happened to her old relationship. I also played a part in, expressing her. I treat her differently. All the other things.
What do those two characters represent beyond just the two of you?
Uh, See, her favorite flower is also a white rose, so I put it in there. I also took a little bit idea of like the yin and yang, the black and white, favorite colors. I implement everything that she liked in, including the deers. Because like
This
I
book,
said, it was a gift for her. Yeah,
no, it was a gift for her.
yeah. So I implemented most of the things that she enjoys into the book.
Yeah, the book touches on themes of healing from mistreatment and emotional growth too. Why was it important to include those experiences as well?
Because the white rose is her, so I put a bit of her into it. In my thought, into her, into the rose.
Were there moments when you were writing this that surprised you emotionally?
It was. there was a few parts. It was normally the initiative I took on upon like as the black deer taking the white rose and taking her with him using the antlers. It surprised me that I was even able to think of all this in one night and just by the next day have it ready for her. Must have been like something I just have been thinking of.
And you just sat down and did it in one night.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend contributed ideas and characteristics that made their way into the story. What was it like collaborating with her, this collaborative process?
Oh, she had no idea.
Mm.
I like I said, I used what she liked from our conversations, from when we went out and everything.
The title, Never One Without the Other, carries it's a powerful message. What does that phrase mean to you personally?
That's a good one. Basically, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be able to express myself. If it wasn't for me, she would have probably stayed the same as she was. Similar to the black deer becoming blind, but then after having her he was able to see again. She was able to be with him as well, roaming around the island before staying by the tree. And basically, now without each other, they would never have truly lived.
Sergio, did writing this book change the way you viewed your relationship?
A little bit, not in a bad way or any good or not in a bad way. It's more of how much I truly understood her and how much I really do pay attention to what she tells me.
Hmm. Many readers enjoy stories that blend fairy tale elements with real life emotions, too. Were there any literary author book influences behind your approach here?
Actually, no. Yeah, no. I don't. Like I said, I did all in one night, so it was. I like I said, I don't. She reads. I don't. The only other story I ever wrote was my autobiography, but I scrapped it
Mm.
after finishing it because I realized I wrote how sad it was and realized it doesn't have to always be sad.
What do you hope readers who have experienced heartbreak or loneliness take away from this book?
And you don't always have to stay in one spot. You don't always have to think about that one person. It can always just take a step into the right directions to finding finding what you need. Similar how I did, and as the black deer taking that first step, that really changed me.
Yeah, you mentioned the black deer being called many things, a husky, a saint, and more. How do those identities help shape the character?
It's it's what my girlfriend calls me,
Hmm.
and I implemented it in the book. Cause like I told you, she was going through stuff before I
Yeah.
met her, and I refused to like not listen to her and everything. So then she started calling me a husky because I was stubborn. The same because I was listening, and I was like, I'll put this on the book, like I said for her, and things that she told me.
How have your friends and family and other folks who've read this book responded to the story?
They loved it.
Yeah.
The illustrations was a friend of mine. Well, someone I met online, and then really close friend now. I really enjoy their art style, and I enjoyed the Disney kind of like feel it has to it too. Some of the illustrations. But in other words, they all liked it. At first, some of my siblings, around my age, they didn't read the book because you didn't think your brother would do something this awesome. And so they read it, and then they started saying to their friends, and then that's what encouraged me more after my girlfriend told me to publish it even more.
What did you learn about yourself during the writing process of it in that one night?
Just how much I really pay attention to things, even if it was just a moment.
If your girlfriend could choose one chapter or moment that best captures your relationship, which one do you think she would choose?
Oh, there's a few parts I do enjoy. Uh, I would feel like when the deer sat next to the rose for the first time meeting, and he was on the thorns. I like to think of it as her explaining her pain to the deer without realizing, but the deer didn't mind. She likes to, how I say this? We like to go in a conversation, which I really do like it when she talks to me more, and she won't even realize it until she starts apologizing by going on. And so it's fine, keep going.
Mm. The book leaves room for future stories involving the deer and the white rose. What possibilities excite you most about continuing their journey? You working on a second book?
Yeah, I'm working on it's okay. It's this whole thing. That first book will be the final story of the entire new series I'm making. It's it's called Tales, even like like a tail, deer tail, all that. It's gonna right now I already have a few chapters down, mostly like a prequel basically. How before the deer became blind, like I said, like he was clearly not blind before, wasn't immortal before, the island, what happened to before the rose, who was it, all that.
So
And
the
it's like some more add-ons to the story.
So this is the first of a series, so more to come. All right, we're going to do a little speaking of writers lightning round of questions. Little fun questions here. First thing that comes to your mind when I ask you these.
All
One
right.
word that best describes your girlfriend.
Speechless.
Coffee, tea, or energy drinks while you write.
Coffee.
Favorite video game of all time.
Oh, you okay? I don't have one.
All right. Three words that describe the black deer.
Saint, patient, and caring.
If the deer and white rose could travel anywhere, where would they go?
I feel like they'll definitely go to a city. The bright lights and everything after being together and seeing again, they'll enjoy the lights.
What is your favorite way to spend a day off?
Uh, honestly, my hanging out with my friends.
Mm. He is Sergio Villanueva. This new book is called, it's first of a series, Never One Without the Other. Website is neveronewto.com. This book is available Barnes & Noble, Amazon, Milton, and Hugo.com, wherever books are sold. It is a touching story about love, growth, healing, and discovering what it truly means to find someone who changes your life through the symbolism of the black deer and the white rose. Sergio shares a deeply personal journey that many readers will find relatable and inspiring too. Sergio, thank you for joining me here on the Speaking of Writers podcast.
Oh, thank you. It's really fun explaining this.
Thank you. And don't forget to subscribe to the Speaking of Writers podcast on Spotify, YouTube, Apple, and wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Steve Richards. Thank you for watching and for listening. I'll talk to you again next time.